What is up, Cornhole Nation? We hope you like the new look. Made some upgrades here on the ACL Throwdown. We're going to talk all about the 2019 ACL Bag Brawl coming up next week. We have Arizona hometown hero Ty Lopez going to be calling into the show this week. This is the ACL Throwdown. Yes, like I said, we made some improvements. So check it out here. We got some upgrades. We're looking fancy now. Thank you guys for tuning into this week's episode of the ACL Throwdown. Like I said, we're going to have ACL Pro Ty Lopez coming on the show this week. He is going to chat with us about this Arizona National that is literally 10 minutes from his house. So I know he's excited for that. But first, my hashtag Trey's Takes. And as you probably would have guessed, we're a little over a week away, which means it's time for my preview of this big national event. Earlier this week, I released my preview article. You can go to iPlayACL.com, click on news, and it should be the first or second article right there for you. It is my preview of this national event. And in that article, I highlight some of my biggest and boldest predictions to date. So make sure you check that out. But let's just go through some of those and just talk a little bit generally about this event. It is the third national of the ACL season, and it's going to be our first one that is out west. I highlight that each one of the nationals west of Texas, really, for the past 3 seasons have been an opportunity for the West, and especially the Western Conference, to really emerge and get some of those top-level players on the main stage, have some big names, generate some superstars in the cornhole world. And for the past 2 years, it's really just felt like they were just a step behind the eastern part of the United States. But really this year, I'm looking for that to change. I'm really looking for those West Conference players, Northwest Conference players, even the Southwest Conference players from Texas, west of the Mississippi, really what I'm talking about here is I'm looking for those players to really make a name for themselves, to have their biggest finish to date, and not just see if they can compete with the East Coast, but prove that they deserve to beat some of this top-level talent that has dominated the eastern part of the United States and really the whole country for the past 3 years. So one of my bold predictions was someone west of the Mississippi would end up winning advanced singles. Obviously, that individual event is one of the toughest to win in all of cornhole. So I'm really looking for someone to surprise a lot of people. In particular, I'm liking those Texas boys. Eddie Grindersleeve, Josh Gross, those two have been unbelievable in singles play over the past few months, so watch out for them. Then in general, I'm also looking at our pro doubles division. Who is going to emerge there? It's one of our featured divisions, obviously, the one that is featured on our ESPN broadcast. And one thing I'm loving here and one thing I'm really feeling here is we're going to have our first ever female to get on a live television broadcast. I'm really thinking we're going to have some of those females putting out their best performances yet. We saw incredible performances at the last national by some of the heavy favorites, like Stacia Pugh and Christine Papke, but also some newer female players getting into it. We had Brittany Emge, Carrie Mittermiller, Tiffany Fincham, Tammy Williams, Jessica Dover. I mean, there was a ton of top-level female talent, and I really think they're going to bring it in Arizona. So I look for one of them to get with their pro partner on the main stage. Maybe it's Stacia Pugh and Chucky Love, one win away from making it onto the main stage at the last national. Maybe it's even Christine Papke and Ken Schaaf. Ken Schaaf coming off some big finishes up in one of the toughest regionals in the country of Cleveland. So I can't wait to see if we can get a female on that main stage. Of course, I'm not forgetting about advanced doubles. I'm not forgetting about women's doubles. I really think we're going to have some upsets there. I don't want to give you all my biggest and bold predictions. I want you to go check those out yourself. Read up on them on the ACL website. Remember, iPlayACL.com. Scroll down to the news and check out some of my big and bold predictions. I am so excited for this national that's happening next week. So make sure you get registered, you get to be a part of it, and I will see you there. Just like in some improvements that we got on the ACL Throwdown, we're also going to have some improvements on our ACL Digital Network. So that's going to be really exciting as well. I'm going to stop blabbing right now, and I'm going to get to my guest who is super excited to be on the show this week. He's going to talk about what it's going to be like to have a national 10 minutes from his backyard. He's going to talk about the Harrah's Casino as well. It's going to be an incredible location. I even heard they have a swim-up pool. That might be a little bit dangerous, but it's kind of enticing. So anyway, I'm going to chat with Ty Lopez. He's going to hype up the national and talk about his success this season, also looking forward for the rest of the year.
ACL Pro Ty Lopez on the show this week, calling all the way cross country, warming up the battlefield. That is going to be the ACL Bag Brawl here in 2019. And man, are we getting fired up for that national. First, Ty, thank you so much for calling into the show this week. And then second of all, man, I know you've got to be fired up for this national. I think you told me before we got on the call, 10 minutes from your house. What is it like? What are you excited for so much about to have a national really right in your backyard?
Yeah, we're excited. First of all, thanks for having me on. It's literally in my backyard. And we just moved out here to Maricopa. Once you guys travel, you'll see it's kind of a small town, but it's not only in Arizona. It's 10 minutes from my house. So everybody else in Arizona, they're still probably an hour drive or so. So it's really convenient for myself. Very close, and I think everybody's excited for this one. Mostly the West Coast, kind of get something again, little bit easier to get to, and test ourselves against the top throwers in the nation. So we're excited.
Yeah, and I know there's going to be a lot of local players too, especially at that social and competitive level, but as well as some of those top guns, like you said, from Arizona and from California as well. So it's going to be an incredible weekend. But yeah, we look back on the season so far. You've had what I'd classify as a decent start to the season, and we are already halfway through. How would you kind of assess how you've played so far this year?
Coming into the season, I didn't put a whole lot of pressure on myself as far as how I wanted to rank and how I wanted to perform. Not only is it my first year as an ACL Pro, I'm fairly new to the game. I've been playing in the competitive Western region maybe a year and a half, so it's not very long. But I feel like I'm progressing. I don't know if it's as fast as I want to, but it's definitely, I'm on the up. I'm not going backwards, so that's a good thing. On the regional level and even the conference, I've made a decent name for myself, I think, over here. I've got a couple of singles wins in regionals. Got some doubles wins in regionals. Conference level, we got a crew cup win. We've got some good showing. So overall, regional conference level, I'm happy with where I'm at. I know I can do a lot better. As far as national goes, I think I'm using it more as maybe a year to learn what the competition's like on the East Coast and I guess nationwide. It's not only the East Coast, but I'm using it as a learning experience at that level and kind of seeing what I need to do to get to the next step.
Yeah, and it's a fantastic strategy to go for. And like you said, being on the up and up is what you want to be. And I know it's tough anytime you got Doug and Bill, competing against you and Larry consistently. I know that's not an easy team to have to go up against week to week or month to month. So I know you got a tough challenge out there on a day-to-day basis. But, you know, when I look at that, I go back to it, you know, Larry Felix, your ACL Pro partner. Tell me a little bit about that. What's that dynamic like? What's that partnership like when it gets on the boards?
It's good. Larry and I, you know, we started this thing together at the same exact time in the backyard, and we put in a lot of work in the backyard. So as far as a team thing, I think we gel really well off the court more than on the court, which is kind of good as building our team, our relationship. He is my brother-in-law, so we've got that going as well. We're trying to figure it out still. It's not easy when the pressure's on to both perform like we know we can. So we're getting there. I think when we're both on and we're both comfortable, we're a tough team to beat. But trying to find that consistently is what we're working on, I guess.
Yeah, and anytime you got family ties in there, sometimes it adds a little bit of pressure. I mean, I dealt with that back when I used to think I was okay. You know, even when I played with my dad, it becomes almost an added level of pressure to succeed with a family member down there. So I know what that's like, but obviously you guys have had some great success so far, and you'll look to continue that through the rest of the year. And then that leads us right into it. You know, the rest of the season, we got this bag brawl right in your backyard. We have the final chase in July, and then of course what everybody wants to go to, what everybody wants to win. Those 2019 ACL championships are coming up quick in August. So what is Ty Lopez looking to accomplish for the rest of this year?
I think I'm going to keep the same mindset, you know, throughout the rest of the season. I'm not trying to put pressure on myself. I know I can perform and I can give everybody a run, you know. But if I put the pressure on myself and the stresses come, it's not me throwing out there. It's a whole different ballgame. So I'm not trying to cop out of not saying I want to be in the top somewhere, but I just want to continue this growth pattern where I'm at, and not go backwards. So I guess ultimately going into the next tournaments, I'm going to have the same mindset. I'm going to go out there and I guess perform with as less stress as possible. And if it happens, then I know I can get somewhere, you know. So that's pretty much it. Just going forward.
I couldn't agree more. And I've seen the swim up bar that they have at this casino here that we're heading to. So I think that'll help the stress a little bit, man. Maybe we'll
it's a beautiful venue. Yeah, it's definitely a beautiful venue. We like it. We go there and just to go and go swim in the pool and hang out too. So I think everyone coming in will be impressed.
Amazing. I cannot wait to see it. I can't wait to see you there competing 2019 ACL Bag Brawl, May 17th through the 19th. Ty Lopez, thank you, sir. I appreciate your time. Good luck in Arizona. I'll see you there. And as well, good luck for the rest of the season.
Awesome. Appreciate the time. Thanks, Trey.
Yes, Ty Lopez, thank you so much for coming on the show this week. I appreciate your time. Whether you know Ty or don't know Ty, give him a shout out. He was a pleasure to have here on the show. Like I said, the 2019 ACL Bag Brawl is next week. We still have spots available. Make sure you get registered and join us out there in Arizona for the biggest tournament to ever hit the state of Arizona. It is going to be a pleasure. Make sure you go to app.iplayacl.com. Get one of the spots still available. That is all the time that I got this week for the ACL Throwdown for the American Cornhole League. This is Trey Ryder. We'll see you guys next week.